Time to head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about the quarterback position.
Hey, how you doing? Just calling, not so much a question, just something to put out into the Browns universe. Remind everybody that when Baker was healthy and ran the offense he was running, Odell Beckham and Jarvis were both 1,000-yard receivers the same year. So it's not like Baker's not going to be able to get the job done. He can get the job done, just put an offense that he can rock with. Like I said, 2,000-yard receivers in 1 year. Go Browns.
Fair enough. You know, we all become a little bit of prisoners of the moment. You remember last year, and you tend to forget. Playoff team, really productive offense the season before.
Yeah, I mean, the NFL is kind of the ultimate "what have you done for me lately" sport. So I get why there's the vitriol towards Baker and whatever. I know I've been more positive on Baker than some people out there on Twitter and whatever. But I'm the reason I am not burying Baker just yet is because we've seen how good he can be. I mean, 2018 was tremendous. 2020 was very good as well. And in the playoffs, in those two games, he looked really good against Pittsburgh and Kansas City. So we can't forget that. And that was with the same receiving core that in 2021 just was not nearly as good. And we've seen, when he has a healthy offensive line, when he's relatively healthy, he can be productive. He can get things done. And now all of a sudden you add Amari Cooper. It seems like the Browns are very serious about reshaping the receiving core and trying to get more dynamic help for Baker or whoever the quarterback is at that point. And it's just also going to be interesting how Kevin Stefanski's scheme continues to evolve. Will he make it more receiver-friendly as he gets more weapons to work with? Going with multiple receivers, 3, 4, sometimes even 5, depending on what happens in the offseason. It's going to be fascinating, but I think we have to remember also that, the reality with the quarterback, the reality with any player sometimes in the middle, they're never as bad as they look when they're at their worst and never as good as they are when they're at their best. The reality is kind of somewhere in the middle. And we'll see. Baker's right now seems like one of those guys that if you give him help, it can really elevate him. Same thing we've seen with guys like Kirk Cousins and Jimmy Garoppolo. You surround them with talent, they look a lot better. Maybe that's what happens with Baker.
Yeah, I would agree. The only thing I would say is you just got to see more consistency. The highs are really high and the lows are really low. Get us a little more consistent in that middle ground.